Hi, I'm your host, Naisha, and you're watching Hair Uncovered, where we uncover the truth, trends, and transformation within the hair industry. Last time we unpacked who controls the hair industry. Now we're tracing roots, where it all began, and how hair became a movement. And of course, this is a hair show, so we have got to start with our hair trivias. What decade saw the rise of the first major black hair care entrepreneurs? The 1920s, the 1950s, or the 1970s? The 1920s. Think Madam C.J. Walker, my cousin, right? Because we got the same last name. That's my cousin. And Annie Turnbo Malone. Next question is a true or false question. Braids, locks, and weaves were originally just fashion statements. False. They were deeply cultural and historical styles. For example, braids actually used to be used to map out patterns in the slave trade. Mm-hmm. So if you didn't know where you were going to get out of the slavery, they would braid your hair. Which of these styles has been both culturally expression and resistance? Braids, twists, locks, or D? All of the above. Obviously, all of the above. Like, yes, all of them are cultural expressions. I have Kanisha with me today, like I did last week, yes. And we are back at it. Didn't shower or nothing, just gonna wear the same thing. We back here for y'all.
So excited.
We so excited. Here. We just got the same thing.
Oh my gosh.
So once again, I'm so grateful to have you on here with me today.
Yes,
and I'm excited to get into this, talk about some more history, because I know that is what you love and I love, and you know, that's why we work together well. But what actually drew you into the study of hair, beauty, and culture?
So the first thing that drew me in, well, first I'd like to say that I am very excited to be here again and just to share what I know, what I observed, you know, through some of my research and just everyday experiences. But really pushed me or drew me to the hair industry was just the correlation in how beauty, race, and economics intersect. Mm-hmm. I thought that that's very interesting because a lot of times when we think of beauty, we don't really put it with economics, or when we think of race, we don't really intertwine those all together and see how they can really affect us or just a market overall. And also, I was just like, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, it's just very weird to me when I you know, that there's just a lot of beauty supply stores that are not owned by us. I think that's really what got me into the deep dive of just hair and black hair in general.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen any of a Korean wear a wig or an extension before.
Yeah, and I mean
they might, but I ain't seen it
yet. It's not what we know. It's not our normal. So yeah, really, that's what really drew me in to studying the history. So.
Right. That's a powerful observation. Yeah. Especially when you think about how visible that dynamic is today.
Yeah, very visible.
Where do you see the first signs of hair becoming an actual industry?
So, hair becoming an industry, I think was inevitable. It was going to happen regardless, because despite, you know, our early struggles and things we have to overcome, I feel like black hair, even when you look back into like African cultures, hair has always been just a very expressive and important way to our identity. But really, we start to see the hair industry become profitable and become a thing was really the 1920s. You see that a lot with starting off with Annie Malone Turnbo. She was a black woman who founded black beauty schools. She founded black hair care products, and she really became a pioneer in her own right when it came to making the black hair care industry very profitable. And Annie Malone also inspired who we really know is Madam C.J. Walker.
Yeah.
We know that
Yeah, that's my
name.
last name.
That
That's
is
my cousin.
what does that mean?
We got the same last name. We cousins. Y'all know how we do. You
That's
know
so
what I'm
funny.
saying,
No,
right?
for real, we all cousins at this point. But
Yes. Yes.
but yes, so you see those two ladies really pioneering a way for women to make money, black women, and profit off of that door-to-door sales, making products that we feel could really help us grow our hair.
Excuse me.
Because before that, a lot of the products that we knew weren't really made for us.
Yeah.
They were made for us, excuse me, but they weren't really made by us. And those two ladies, in their own right, made it a business to where black women could profit from it, but in both ways, whether it was monetary or seeing results in what they wanted.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, more specifically, do you know exactly what they both produced for the people who may not know some of those products and whatnot?
So Annie Malone Turbo, she produced like a lot of hair care. Both ladies are, because the thing was hair growth. So a lot of times so Black people were a lot of times on the poorer spectrum when it came to like the socioeconomic status. So when you're a part of a poorer family, especially during like the 1920s, you a lot of times you can't get a lot of the nutrients that you need for like strong hair. There a lot of times wasn't the right products that would actually feed our hair. Like the food for our hair just wasn't there. So a lot of Black women found themselves with like hair that was breaking off and hair that was falling out, and it just wasn't healthy. And so Annie Malone, she came in and she found products like hair growth oils or hair growth products that could help you grow your hair and sustain your hair. And then with that, she ended up selling those door to door to women, and it became a business. I believe she started off in, I want to say, St. Louis, Missouri.
Okay.
And then it just became a nationwide sensation, especially amongst Black women. And then she actually opened up a store or not a store, excuse me, a school where she taught other women, Black women who were aspiring to be hairdressers and in the beauty industry. And that's how she and Madam C.J. Walker became a thing, because she was actually Madam C.J. Walker's teacher.
Wow.
She taught her the business, and Madam C.J. Walker, she followed Annie Malone's footsteps, and she also came with her own hair care oils, hair growth oils. Wow. So I would say most of the products were hair growth, just food for our hair that's mainly healthy for our hair. So
that's awesome. It's important. I love how, knowing that, and how we were talking about last week, how, the Koreans, they're the ones who primarily are the owners of this. But to know how in history, we had some pioneers who were focused on hair growth, like who were focused on, educating each other and whatnot. So it expands. There's a value to the owners being us, because we are actually thinking about how our hair can grow, how our hair can be healthy, how we can learn from each other, and not just here's a product that can make us money.
Right, exactly.
So shout out to my cousin, Madam CJ. Thank you, Madam. Okay, hair growth on the rise. No, this is weave, but
we got it.
But it's growing now.
Growing. Your hair is tea.
It's growing now.
It's tea.
This is weave, though.
Yeah.
But next question. How did cultural traditions shape demand for hair?
So kind of how I mentioned earlier, hair has always been a big part of our identity. We've always expressed ourselves through our hair, whether it was wearing braids or locks or your fro or whatever you thought, or whatever you chose of your style. That's really what shaped our culture and our traditions, and it really would shape the economic aspect of it too, because in order to lock your hair, you need like lock gel, or in order to braid, you need the extensions. So that's really how our culture has shaped the economic aspect of this industry, or even the history, is because we are very expressive people. It's always been a part of our culture to do so. And so, yeah, like in the you see it look differently across time. Like in the 1920s to maybe like the late 1960s, you see a lot of like the Jerry curl, the Pressy curl. You see this, and you know there was a lot of relaxing going on. Yeah,
Like
like
my dad picture up. I'm put his. He had a little curl, y'all. You're gonna see it. He had a little curl.
Okay.
He had a little press perm curl
Yeah.
thing. Wow.
Yeah. So
yeah, we switched it up.
So, you know, and then you get into like the 70s where you see like the fro come in, like people, you know, are really embracing that natural hair. And then you move on to like the 80s and 90s where we're seeing more of like the big hairstyles, and we're especially the 90s where you see the you know, the hump and the waterfall and the twisties.
I still like a good hump.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I
we
know
need to
they
bring
probably
that
gonna
back.
laugh at me for it.
We need to bring
But
that back.
I want to wear it so bad. It's so cute with the hump and the flip. Like,
and the little twisties on the side. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I might just have to wear that next time. Cause
Girl, got to.
it was
Why
so
not?
cute. Why we stop?
It was
a little
cute.
spritz.
Why did we stop? Girl, you know how every trend, everything come and go.
Yeah.
So, but overall, we've just always been very expressive of who we are through our hair. So it's always going to be in us, and it's going to be on us as far, you know.
Right. Yeah. I mean, what would you say your favorite style is?
Ooh,
Now
that
you
is
got on
good.
an interesting style.
Yeah.
It's cute. What they call this?
So these are called boho knotless. They're just a little bit shorter. So
Nice.
It's called boho knotless braids because obviously they're braids. They're knotless because there's not like a knot at the top like box braids. Now we can go into what box braids are, but the boho is like the curlier hair. Whoever, and I mean whoever pioneer, whoever came up with this, I don't know. You ate, sis. I just want you to know that. You ate.
Meaning we really like it.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Right. You know, they may not know it. Hey,
we like it. We like it. We
love
you
it.
did your big one. Sorry. I'm using all the little slang, but you did good. Like, we won't let it go. We won't let the boho go. But
No.
braids is definitely my favorite in all forms. They're just easier. They're expressive. You can do them in different forms. Like, you have your braids and your hair.
Have a crochet. Okay.
Yeah. But
so this is braids in the front, and crochet in the back.
still
I ain't gonna show y'all the back. You remember we was talking about the B2Bs and the hot comb. I didn't hot comb mine today.
The kitchen.
It's curly. Not showing y'all that.
But what's yours? What's your favorite one?
Ooh, wigs. Come on.
Wig. Oh, yeah?
Come on now. Listen, see me, I like to joke. I say I like to change my hair like I change my underwear.
Yes.
All the time.
Girl.
You know what I'm saying?
And
like,
wigs let you do that.
Literally on, off, you know, from color to style to style. Just a lot of different things. Like, you can have a closure, you can have a frontal, you can have a side part, middle part. Like, there's so many options that you can do. And honestly, I don't like a lot of maintenance, you know, and I can put that wig on and I can take that wig off.
Yes.
I don't want to be here today.
After a long day, especially don't let it be the summertime.
You
it's
know,
hot.
I don't want. Surprisingly, that is when the most people are buying wigs.
Yeah.
In the summer.
Which is crazy. You think it would be braids or something a little bit more breathable.
They want a wig.
But they want a wig. But wigs is popping though. The girls have really figured out how to lay a wig, right?
Oh, and yeah. Well, now we have, you know, glueless wigs.
Yes.
Ready to wear wigs. Just, I mean, there's so many options.
So
headband wigs.
Headband wigs.
Whoever made the headband wigs. We taught y'all earlier. 8.
So you like shout out to the headband wig creator, and I'm like shout out to whoever did the boho
because I like to work out.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
and running and all that. When you have natural hair, honey, afros come through everything. So even though I love braids, after a while wearing them, you see many frows at the top. You know what I'm saying? I gotta keep slicking this gel down to try to keep these edges smooth.
Yeah.
And otherwise it just be little afros.
You
know, but when I wear a wig, you know, it's all covered up.
Yep.
And that's another thing. With a headband wig, it's just a headband. So I put the headband on and I can just be whoever I want to be today. You get what I'm saying?
I love it.
And then it's funny because it's like I have the same face, but for whatever reason, when I change my hair,
you look a little different.
People be, who is that?
Who is that?
Oh, I didn't recognize.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Come on now.
You like, I'm not Glenacia, I'm
I ain't
Galleria,
nobody else.
or I'm somebody like but you can
But
take
you
on different
can.
personas because wigs allow you to
I
do
think
that.
when you think about it, it's the same thing with like an outfit. You
Yeah.
know, people gonna probably take you more serious when you have on your blazer and your,
Exactly.
you know, suit pants, whatnot. So for me, that's the bust down.
Yes.
If I had bust down, for you who don't know what that is, it's a middle part. That wig go down. It's just straight.
T.
That right there, and even like we were talking in the last one, you know, being straight hair, being right, you know,
Yeah.
whatever. I'm taking more seriously when I wear that.
Uh-huh.
So if y'all see me with the straight, I'm on business. This
That's
means
crazy
business.
you say that because I really, so an ex-manager of mine, I change my hair up a lot as well, regardless if it's in braids or if I have a bust down or if I have whatever the case may be. I change my hair up a lot. But in this particular time, I wore a bob. Now the bob was T. Now remember T. We know what T means. Girl. We love a bob.
We love a bob. This is when you wear the bob.
Love a bob.
You be doing like this. That's what we doing. When you wear a bob,
Yeah.
you just gotta. I don't know why.
But what I'm trying to get at is you made a point in saying that for some reason when I wear straight hair, that's when I am looked at the most. That's when I'm taken seriously. And I wore that bob and never she complimented me. That was the only time she had ever complimented my hair. And it was like, that's a really good look on you.
That's my dad when I wear my bob.
Like that's a really good look on you. And I'm like, so you didn't like my braids. You didn't like
They
my
don't like
natural
the
hair.
braids.
You didn't like that. We
No.
like so it just speaks to a lot as to why we are where we are in the beauty industry, and why, there's a whole debate, because the reality is when Black people started wearing weaves and stuff, a lot of the Black community did not take to that. And I think we still see it today. A lot of Black people, if you wear weaves or if they got a lot to say, right?
Wear your natural hair. Well, you want to do it.
Like, you gonna keep up with
you gonna comb it?
So,
yeah, I'm not. I'm putting a wig on.
No, literally. So we see the rejection of weave in many different forms, whether it's within our community or outside of it. And we see the acceptance, whether it's within or outside, because people say they like natural hair, but they only like a certain type of natural hair.
Let's talk about it. We got 3C, we got A, B, D, C.
Yeah. So when you have a certain type of natural hair,
it's loved.
It's loved. But when you don't have
a certain them fours,
it's a whole nother ball game, girl.
And I'm gonna have to show y'all that. I'm gonna have them put that on the screen so you can see the different hair curls. Yeah, because there's different,
patterns,
different patterns of the hair textures.
And some are more loved than others. And so when we wear the straight hair, the bust downs, the bobs, a lot of times people are more accepting to it.
The curly, Malaysian curly, Malaysian curly. Y'all, that's just a term. There ain't nobody getting hair from Malaysia. I don't know. This is a history show.
It's a marketing tactic.
It's a lie.
It's a
lie. I didn't remember what they had. What was them Twix? Was it Twix or was it? They had a red Twix and they had a yellow Twix.
Oh, okay.
You remember that came out? When they came out. Anyway, it was marketing like which Twix is the better Twix. And so there was a yellow one and then there was a red one. That's what they do in the hair industry. They say we got Malaysian, we got Brazilian, we got. They don't got.
It's just really
the
China. Process of it, right? Right.
It's from China.
It's all it's coming from the same spot a lot of times. So
but it does help you kind of name the texture.
The texture. Okay.
You know, like when we talk about the different textures. Okay. But I do think that's funny. Some people think, that is literally coming from the places or whatever.
No, for real. It's like,
honey.
Because I remember when we first started labeling hair like that, Brazilian was everywhere.
Girl.
Like,
I need that red.
When would you say that was? Like probably 2019? I think it was before that. I think maybe like 2012, 2013, like when we really started putting labels, because people was moving away from pack hair. Because don't y'all act like y'all don't go to the beauty supply store and get you some pack hair, because you do. Or a bob. I feel like pack hair is good for bobs too. Yeah. But anyways, you're right. You bring up a good point. How we label stuff and how they make it feel like it's different, but it's not.
It's not. You know what I'm saying? And then that's the thing is why it's important for us to be owners.
Yeah.
Because they will. It's marketing. That's money. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you it sounds good, baby. but that don't mean you know what you're getting.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So being able to know, and even now, there are hair companies that even have hair that mimics our natural hair. So like we can get into clippings, you can get into like ponytails and like the fake afro poofs and whatnot.
Yes, and I
It's a
love
crochet,
that.
but I love them too.
Yeah.
The puffs.
I love that.
I love a puff.
Like,
especially when I don't got time. When I was in that in between phase, where hair was growing,
girl,
the perm.
yes.
My hair didn't grow because of the perm. That's a black
my
people
mama
joke.
didn't perm my hair when I was
My hair would have
5.
been longer.
My hair, we know we always got. But yeah, I get it.
But anyway, that's just a little joke between the culture.
The culture.
But is it a joke? I don't know.
Is it a joke? Like, cause really,
it really did burn my hair off, and it wasn't trying to
grow back.
It didn't start growing until I left it alone.
And then we was hot combing it. Girl, that hot comb. Don't even get me started on that hot comb.
I'm sick of it.
With the grease, the blue
mom
magic.
Used to burn me for no reason.
Yeah.
Who gonna see this? Never let her already, please.
Never would you grab it. That's crazy.
Because it's back there. I'm like, no, I should have got this lined up. Like, this is crazy.
But girl, no.
Yeah, so, I'm glad that we're able to talk about this and just get it out there. Because, I mean, for me, especially, being a black woman who owns business, knows about hair and stuff like that, initially it was frustrating when people ask me questions, especially when it comes to touching my hair. You know what I'm saying? Please, why you gotta touch my hair?
Yeah, right.
But I realized, that's just the ignorance and the beauty of people learning and like seeing something new. It's just like a kid, I see you have this shiny thing. I want to touch it. I want to see it. So when I was able to get out of that mindset and say, let me teach you about it. Let me tell you about it. And like, maybe you can look into getting these styles. And that's why I say I like wigs too, because wigs is flexible for everybody.
Right.
You don't have to have a specific hair texture. You don't have to have nothing. You can get them custom made, so it's for you. And then there's so many types. Like I said, headband wigs, the closure wigs, the ready to wear wigs. Like the options are endless and people can get into that, protective styling, which is very important, especially for our hair.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't want to do all that manipulating.
Right.
Straightening, flat ironing, especially when I go to the gym. If it's an afro up under the wig, it's up under the wig.
It's up under the wig.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I know.
I ain't got to worry about trying to re-slick my edges.
Exactly.
You know, but, so from pride to profit, back to pride again, the story of black hair has always been about more than just beauty. It's about ownership, resilience, and community. Thank you for watching Hair Uncovered. Until next time, we'll keep uncovering the truth, the trends, and transformations. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.